seismicity. Earthquakes I guess they're Marsquakes, aren't they? They're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Unfortunately, we just lost the InSight lander, which was tracking those. But it was tracking bigger and bigger and bigger ones. And now the scientists will come out and say, hey, wait a minute. We think Mars' mantle is actually active. It's alive. It's geologically alive as a planet. And they want to, somewhere deep down, paragraphs into the article say, well, maybe we got it wrong before because of this or this. And the answer, of course, is they didn't get it wrong. It was a dead planet, and it's waking up. We've already gone over the Earth a little bit. Our magnetic field is changing. Earth lost 10% of its magnetic field from 1859 to the year 2000, and we've already lost more than 10% more from 2000 to now, accelerating, just like the magnetic poles of Earth are moving and accelerating. Venus and Mercury are a little harder to actually study. It's interesting, we have far more satellites and spacecraft going out to study the outer planets, but we do know Venus's wind speed is 33% stronger than it was before. Now imagine hurricanes are all of a sudden pumping 300 mile an hour winds. Nothing's going to be left. Something like that. But that's just happened on Venus. Mercury is the only planet, the only sphere in the entire solar system that we don't have definitive proof of yet. But we will in a couple of years when Bepi-Colombo, the satellite, arrives. The Mercury Messenger spacecraft made intimate measurements of its magnetic field about a decade ago. It's the first one to do it. Nothing's been back since, but Bepi-Colombo is on its way. And so in a couple more years, we're going to have the data to show how Mercury's changing too. Interestingly, the sun is giving us some of the best information of all. The chemistry of the sun is changing. The amount of helium in the sun's atmosphere is on the rise. And they notice that this is exactly tied to changes in what they call the coronal magnetic fields. We know what the corona is, and we're not talking about the thing they tried to pull on us the last 3 years. The corona is the word for the sun's atmosphere.
We're not on YouTube. You can actually say it.
I try not to offend. It was quite the pandemic they pulled. I didn't think it was going to work. And like, a lot of you guys saw it was happening from day one. Were any of you guys like me who were like, this ain't going to work? This isn't going to work. Oh, it worked. A lot of non-player characters on Earth today.
Fear is a powerful drug.
It is, so is wine.
Hallelujah.
But so the sun's magnetic field is changing, and we have direct evidence. They can actually see the sun's magnetic field changing in these ways. How nice of you to stop raining now. Of course, it's not just the spheres in the solar system that are changing, which would be expected if we're being hit by an electromagnetic current sheet from the galaxy. Because you'd expect more than just the spheres to be changing. You'd be like, okay, well, if this thing is sweeping past our entire solar system, Mr. Smarty Pants, we better be seeing more dust, more energetic particles, and more neutral particles as well in the solar system. Well, if you guys have been watching closely, you know we have more energetic neutral atoms, we have more interstellar pickup ions, and the dust is increasing very rapidly in the solar system. In interplanetary space, in the upper layer of the sun's atmosphere, and here on Earth. Since 1859, we have seen about a 50% increase in the amount of space dust that is actually raining down on the planet year by year. Okay? So that's the history of Earth, telling of a cycle. Galactic astrophysics, giving us a way to have this repeating cycle. The current modern-day evidence, not just on Earth, but throughout the solar system, of that cycle taking place again now. What other vectors can we find that tell the exact same story? Well, we have these stories that come along from Egypt, in the Bible. You have to maybe interpret them a little bit. In the